Today is 1/15/2025. It's 10:30, and I am on day 3 of week 2 of being stuck out here. And I am still stuck out here. The car is stuck out front on the lot. I tried moving it yesterday and it's still not moving. So I thought I dug it out enough, but evidently not. So I don't know. I'm going to have to dig. I guess I'm going to have to dig underneath it more. But I don't want to try that today because right now the temperature is like 16 degrees and everything is frozen solid, and I don't want to take the chance of damaging the car. And even if I do get it unstuck, I don't know that I'm going to get out of here. The neighbor told me that I don't have the right kind of tires for this. And a very good friend who brought me some groceries on Sunday told me that it was too, even though it was thawed, it was too squishy at the front to get for my car to make it out. And even if I did make it out, the chances of making it back in weren't good, that I'd probably just slide right into the lake. And I don't want to slide right into the lake. For those who are not familiar, I am living in a camper in a campground, and they haven't plowed the roads out here. I'm all the way at the back of the campground, and there is a very steep hill at the front of the campground that people with trucks are having problems with. So the chances that my poor little decrepit 2006 Vibe is going to get out of here anytime soon are not high. And I'm hesitant to try, because if I get out and I can't get back in, these guys are alone out here. And I can't leave them alone. So I'm not real hopeful for the near future. I get paid tomorrow, but it's not going to be enough to cover the next payment on the camper. I was so close. I had 2 more payments left and everything would be caught up and everything would be good, and then this had to happen. Thankfully, as I said, a very generous friend brought me enough groceries on Sunday to get through the next couple of weeks, so we all have food. My neighbor gave me a ride out on Monday so I could get some other stuff that I needed, so I have enough water to last for a bit. Oh, yeah, that's another thing. The water out here that is supplied by the campground is not drinkable without boiling, come to find out. Former owners never told us that. So, and right now, my water is frozen. It's been frozen most every morning the last couple of weeks. Most days it thaws out in the afternoon so I can do things like do dishes or take a shower or wash my hair. But it's frozen now, and I think it'll thaw out this afternoon. It's sunny, and generally when it's sunny, it thaws. It didn't thaw one day last week, but everything, so far, knock on wood, it's thawing out in the afternoons, and I got a little bit of running water to get stuff done. This has to be one of the worst, lowest moments of my entire life, because as long as this crap is on the ground, I don't know that I can get out of here. Like I said, my neighbor gave me a ride out on Monday, and I got a chance to see what the road between here and the front of the campground looks like, and that didn't inspire much hope. While there are tracks that I could follow from here to the midway point, you get to the midway point and there's a truck stuck in the middle of the road. And you have to divert around it into a more open space, and that is just all deep ruts. And I didn't see a track that I could follow. And with my car being so low, if I don't have tire tracks to follow, I'm not getting out of here. It's just going to get stuck somewhere else. And that's another thing I don't want to do. I don't want to get out of here and get down there and get stuck. I don't want to slide into the lake. I know my car has problems with that hill because back in November when we got a light dusting of snow, I almost didn't make it up the hill. Then everything melted shortly after that, but right now I know that hill is just, it's a solid sheet of ice. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to have to call the finance company on Friday and see what kind of deal they can work with me. But I don't have any money coming in because this is the first week of the next paycheck and I haven't been able to get into work yet, and I don't think I'm going to be able to get in on Friday when I have to be back in there again. And looking at the weather forecast, this stuff isn't going to melt anytime soon. So yeah, I really don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm looking for loans again, because eventually this is gonna melt, and I still have a job. They are working with me. They're not gonna penalize me for not being able to come in due to this. They understand that this is something I cannot control. So I still have a job. That's the good thing. But until I can get to it, it doesn't do me any good. I'm grateful for good friends, because like I said, a very good friend of mine brought me enough groceries to get through at least the next couple of weeks. The animals and I all have food. I got out, my neighbor gave me a ride out the other day, so I was able to get more water and some of the other stuff I needed. So, we're good on food and water, but everything else is kind of up in the air right now. I'm running out of clean clothes. Yeah, even if I could get out of here, I don't have clothes to I really don't have clothes to work in right now. I don't know. Still trying to keep the faith, still keeping hope alive. Still applying for jobs that are remote that I could do from home. Thought I had a lead on a good one, but of course, it was too good to be true, and it did pan out to be a scam. Very elaborate scam. They sent me an offer letter, they gave me, all this stuff. It looked good, the companies were legit, but it fell apart at the last minute, so got my hopes up for nothing there. At least I didn't go all the way through with it. I didn't give them my banking information. And I'm waiting to see, because yesterday somebody sent me a job ad that was posted on Facebook that, of course, looked too good to be true, and it's looking like that's a scam. Waiting to see. The minute I get a response from them, I'll see which way it's going, but they couldn't even tell me the name of the company yesterday, so I'm not holding out any hope for this. Still here. Still trying to keep it together, and still really wondering why, because it doesn't look like it's going to get any better anytime soon. On the upside, this is proving that mentally and emotionally I'm okay with isolation. I've been getting up, getting things done, doing things that I needed to do. I have been talking to a friend of mine on the phone almost every day, so I'm not totally isolated. And I've talked to the neighbor across the way, so there is somebody still out here. Somebody that I know still out here. So the situation is desperate, but not totally lost yet. If nothing else, please think good thoughts for me.